Hey, Laurel. I just turned in the divorce papers. That apartment room is going to be me and Cindy's room from tomorrow. Pack your stuff and leave by today.
I understand.
Jesus, if I had known you were infertile, I never would have married you.
Still, I don't understand why you thought that meant it was okay for you to cheat on me.
It's your fault for not being able to have children. And you're telling me to test whether I was infertile or not. You even made me come with you on your infertility treatment. You probably wouldn't have let me divorce you unless I cheated on you like this. I accept that you were prepared to have my children, but you're infertile, so it doesn't matter. Do you realize how much you're embarrassing yourself with all these pathetic, useless efforts of yours?
I did an infertility test and it said I had no problems. You still wouldn't believe me, so that's why I had myself tested at other clinics as well. But all of the tests came out saying I was fine. Don't you understand that unless you take an infertility test as well as we won't find out the reason we can't have children?
I already told you this before. There's no way that I'm infertile. Give it up already.
I see. It looks like you just don't care anymore. We already divorced. So have a baby for all I care with this new wife of yours.
Yep, Cindy's already been tested. And it seems there's nothing wrong with her. She's sure to be able to have children. Unlike you. Get at it, starting from tomorrow.
Well then, goodbye.
Hey, Laurel. Long time no see. It's been 3 years, right?
Huh? Oh, I must have forgot to block you. Bye.
Hold on, you're at the obstetrics and gynecology clinic, right?
Huh?
This morning, today. My wife Cindy has been pregnant for 4 months, and we frequently go to that clinic. Just as we were going home after paying the bills, you came into the clinic.
Oh, really? I didn't notice at all.
Anyways, what's an infertile woman like you doing at such a place? Shouldn't you have nothing to do with obstetrics and gynecology clinics if you can't have children?
It's not the case that only pregnant people go to obstetrics and gynecology clinics. There are also people that go to such clinics because they have related illnesses.
Oh, I get it. Do you have an illness in your uterus or something?
No, I don't.
Then what is it?
Sorry, but I'm currently driving and I'm only texting you because of a red light. I have to start the car by now, so bye.
Hey, wait. At least answer my question first. What business does an infertile woman like you have at an obstetrics and gynecology clinic? Hi. We saw each other again this morning, huh?
Huh?
We passed each other by at the clinic entrance, remember?
You were there again? I didn't notice.
If that last time wasn't the only time you visited the clinic, then that must mean you come here regularly.
Kind of, yeah.
That reminds me. I heard you got married with another man.
How do you know about that?
Found out as soon as it happened by asking a mutual acquaintance. You trying to treat your infertility or something? There's no use going to obstetrics and gynecology clinic if you can't have children, you know. Even if you weren't infertile. You're almost too old to have a child anyways. You're just wasting your money.
I already had a baby.
What?
I found out as soon as I married my new husband. I went to the clinic the first time you passed me by to have my 1-month-old daughter checked up. Today we visited the pediatric clinic located in the same building for my 3-month-old daughter's checkup.
Huh? You must be lying, right?
Speaking of which, you say you already noticed me twice at the clinic, but didn't you notice my husband who was right next to me and the baby in his arms?
What?
My husband usually carries our daughter when the three of us go out. It was like that when we went to the clinic as well. But still, one would think that you would make a connection between me and the people standing right next to me.
Is what you're saying true? That's the baby's not your husband's child from his previous marriage or something, right? Or maybe an adopted child.
Nope, I'm pretty sure I gave birth to her.
Then why didn't you get pregnant when I was with you?
Why don't you think for yourself on that matter? All I can say is that I'm not infertile. You just didn't believe what I told you so many times before you got divorced.
There's no way.
This sounds ridiculous. But don't you think that me actually getting pregnant and having a baby is proof that I'm not infertile?
It doesn't make any sense, because it can't be me who's infertile, because my wife Cindy is currently pregnant.
There's no use telling me this. I don't know. My daughter started throwing a tantrum, so bye.
Is that guy with the glasses your new husband?
Huh?
So he was carrying a baby. What you're saying was true.
What? You were at the clinic again today?
No. My office is near the clinic, and I can see the parking lot well from where I work. I thought that it was almost time for your daughter's 6-month checkup, so I was making sure to keep an eye out. That's when I saw you and a man carrying a baby out of a car together. The two of you looking so happy side by side.
Is it fine now that you believe what I told you?
What?
You wanted to see with your own eyes because you were wondering whether I was actually infertile or not, right? Now that you got what you wanted, will you leave me alone now? Don't contact me again.
Laurel, I got divorced.
What?
To tell you the truth, I thought about what you said and got an infertility test. I also had a DNA test with the baby Cindy gave birth to. Turns out that I have an illness that makes me infertile unless it's treated. And that the baby Cindy gave birth to was not my child. I found out who the other guy was and made the two pay an alimony.
Is that so?
So, Laurel, we can get remarried if you want.
Huh? Hold on a minute. Why are you saying that as if I wanted to remarry you?
But this and that happened between us, but still we have conversations by text, which is why I'm certain that even after all these years, you still can't forget me.
What? Stop joking around. You're creeping me out.
No need to get all mad. I think it would be best for you if you were honest with me about your feelings, right? You'll marry me again, won't you? I want a child I'm related to by blood. It's already been proved that you can have children, so I'm not worried about that anymore. Let's get through this infertility treatment together.
You're disgusting.
Huh?
Don't you realize that what you're saying is ridiculous? Yes, one of the reasons we got divorced was because for some reason you said I was infertile. But the biggest reason we got divorced was because you cheated on me, no?
Why are you suddenly acting so cold?
It's because I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Laurel. If it's Laurel you want, she isn't here anymore, since she went to take care of our daughter. Huh? Who are you? Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm the man Laurel married after you two got divorced, which means that I'm her husband. I'm not going to tell you my name since it might help you find out where we live. So forgive me, but I'll remain anonymous. What? I'm going to tell you this so you don't have any misunderstandings. But I'm the one who told Laurel it might be best if she didn't block you suddenly, so that we can keep an eye on you. What? I thought that it might be dangerous if we completely cut contact with you, since it seems that we've passed each other by a few times at the clinic. By the way, I was sitting next to my wife when you two were having a conversation by text. Which means that I know everything you two were talking about, I'm afraid. Seriously, and to think I was careful to text her only on weekend afternoons, since I knew she got married again. Oh, so that means that you didn't want to bother me with your texts. But I work from home, and am at home most of the time, so I can come to my wife whenever she needs my help. What? Are you serious? Sorry, I guess. Well, that's the situation. I've no intention of handing over my wife, who I love so much, to cheating scum like you. Give me Laurel. Please just give it up already. Laurel, you're reading this right. I'm begging you, remarry me. For some reason, it looks like I've gotten divorced a second time, which means that it's going to be really difficult for me to find another wife. If only you forgave me and said that you wanted to have my children, this time, for sure, I'll make you happy. And I want to be happy as well, so please. Hey, will you cut it out already? Huh? I'm not going to let you get in contact with Laurel ever again. You were still at the farm? Of course I was. There's no way I'm going to show Laurel such a disgusting piece of text. Disgusting, you said. Huh? Fine then. You know I work nearby to the clinic Laurel usually goes to. I shall have plenty of chances to get in contact with Laurel. Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you. The three of us moved. What? You moved? The new house we're having prepared has just finished. So we're going to be moving there, which means that we're going to be changing clinics to somewhere near the new house. What did you say? There's one more thing I want to tell you. Laurel's parents have also moved. What? The people who now live at their old house are complete strangers, so don't you get any ideas. I'm telling you this so you don't try and barge into their house out of desperation and cause everyone trouble. Hold on. If that's the case, then what am I going to do from now? I'm going to be blocking, then deleting your account from Laurel's smartphone. Huh? This means that we're truly going to be rid of you. Hold on. Goodbye then.
Even though my husband warned him, it seemed that my ex-husband decided to take his chances on his last sliver of hope and barge into the old house of my parents. Luckily, no one was inside the house, which means that no one was hurt. He rang the doorbell and screamed at the front of the door, but there was no reaction, so he went into a frenzy and started destroying the property. He broke a window leading into their yard and broke in, causing a mess in the living room. The neighbors called the cops on him, and he was arrested for breaking into private property. That being the case, he caused a lot of trouble to a family who had nothing to do with anything. Not only did the money he get as an alimony from his ex-wife and the guy she was cheating on disappear, but he was forced to go into debt to pay for the damages he caused. I don't know for sure what happened to him after that, but there are rumors that he was put into a mental facility.
Hey, do you have a minute?
Sure. What's up?
Do you know what happened to all that bacon that was in the fridge? You didn't eat it, did you?
Yeah, I used it to make a sandwich this morning. Why?
I knew it! Trevor, that bacon was so old. I went to throw it out today and saw that it was gone. It wasn't even the same color as it usually is. You didn't notice it turned gray?
Really? I had no idea. I didn't think it looked any different. Although I did use it right after I woke up, so I might have been too tired to notice.
What's gonna happen if you get food poisoning? You're such an airhead when it comes to stuff like this.
I can't say you're wrong. This isn't the first time I haven't paid close attention to what I put in my body.
And it probably won't be the last. I gotta admit though, I think the airhead side of you is kinda cute.
Oh yeah?
It's not the only thing I like about you though. Anyway, sorry, I just kinda sprung my plans on you last minute. Are you gonna be okay without me in the house?
It's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm off today and tomorrow, so I thought I'd go fishing and kinda just do a bunch of stuff I haven't had the time to do lately.
Are you at the pier already?
Yep. I've already been here for a few hours. Doesn't seem like the fish are biting today, though. I haven't even gotten a nibble. I'll probably start packing up and heading home soon. I'm actually pretty beat, so I'll just lie around the house for the rest of the day.
Why not stop over and see your mom on the way home? It's on the way, and I'm sure she'd be happy to see you. I feel like you haven't been over there in so long.
I'm pretty tired, though. I know if I go there, I won't be home for hours. I'm probably going to be sitting in traffic for a while as it is. I'd rather just go straight home and take it easy for as much time as I can.
Or is it really because you two got into a fight on the phone the other day?
Yeah, that was pretty annoying. She kept telling me, don't work so much, as if I could help it.
Yeah, things have been crazy for you. But your job is always busy this time of year, so you can't really do anything about it.
Plus, I feel like I'm really making momentum right now. It seems like Darnell has really taken a liking to me after seeing how hard I've been working.
Darnell! I miss him. You're on a big project with him right now, aren't you? It was so fun working with him. I loved going over to his house for parties. You're really moving up in the world, babe.
I know I probably should have asked this way sooner, but why did you want to just be a stay-at-home wife?
Oh, you're asking me this now? Why even bother asking after all this time?
I don't know. I just always wondered. You were an awesome secretary back when you were working.
I wasn't that good.
You were, which is why it was surprising when you said you wanted to quit. And then decided to start dating someone like me.
Darnell told me he was sad to see me go, but if that's what I wanted, he wouldn't stop me. Plus, he's the one who introduced us, remember? He thought we'd make a great couple. Hello? What's wrong?
Well, it's just that last week when I went over to Darnell's house for another one of his get-togethers,
Yeah?
I had an interesting discussion with his wife, Maggie.
Oh, don't get me started on Maggie. What did she say to you? She has been the same ever since I first met her. She's so arrogant. She tried to be all high and mighty over me when we worked together, even though she was constantly screwing up at her job. Don't listen to anything she says.
Yeah, none of that is relevant to what she told me.
She thinks just because her husband is in a position of power, that automatically makes her important too. I know plenty of people like that. They all suck, lol. I bet she talks your ear off about how elite they both are. That's exactly the type of woman she is.
No, she didn't do anything like that. We didn't even talk for that long, actually.
Well, what did she say? Women always change when a man is around. She's one to talk. That's exactly the kind of woman she is. But honestly, that's not even true. The truth is that men change when women are around.
What are you talking about? She told me I was being played for a fool.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it.
Seems like everyone knows but you. That's what she said to me.
Oh, I really have no idea what that means, but okay. This is probably just you being an airhead again. I bet you believe every stupid rumor that floats around that office. And to be honest, that woman is always at the end of them. She spins lies and rumors more than anyone I've ever known. You better be careful about what you believe, especially when it's coming from her.
Is that right?
Yep. You probably don't know this, but we used to call Maggie the author because of all the ridiculous stories she'd make up about people in the office. Don't trust a word that comes out of her mouth.
Sure, whatever. But can I at least tell you what else she told me?
Go right ahead. I have nothing to hide.
She told me that you've been romantically involved with Darnell since before we started dating. I guess I was the last to find out. Everyone else around the office has known about it. I think you need to come home so we can talk about this face to face. I want you to be honest with me. If this is true, we are getting a divorce, no question.
Hang on a second. You really believe that garbage?
I don't know if I do or not, and I won't know until I talk to you about this in person. You need to come home.
Didn't you read what I just said? This is ridiculous!
I said you need to come home right now. I'm all ears. I'll listen to everything you have to say, but it needs to be face to face. And once you're done, you better believe I have 100 questions for you. Do you understand?
Trevor, is this you? How is Julia?
Huh?
What do you mean, huh? Is that any way to talk to your mother?
Mom? What?
What's so hard to believe? Don't tell me you're still upset about us bickering over the phone the other day.
How are you texting me right now?
Don't seem so surprised. Your old mom out in the country finally got herself a smartphone.
Oh yeah? Even after saying I think technology is evil? When did you get it?
Yesterday? The day before? I forgot. But the nice young man in the store helped teach me how to send these messages.
Oh, gotcha. So, what's up?
Well, it's about Julia.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about her.
I'm so worried about her.
You are? Why?
I think she's a lovely wife, and I'm worried if you're treating her right or not. It's just my motherly instinct. She said she wanted to have kids soon, plus she's doing everything she can to support you. She's taking care of everything around the house as a stay-at-home wife.
Where is this coming from? By the way, do you know the real reason why Julia wanted to become a stay-at-home wife?
To take care of her husband and get ready to raise a family.
No, that's definitely not why. It was to make more time to see the man she's been cheating on me with.
You think she's cheating on you? There is no way. A nice girl like her would never do something like that. Is that what's going on between you two right now?
Yeah.
Things like this aren't always just one person's fault. Is there anything you could have done differently to prevent this? I think you need to think long and hard about how this could have happened.
Yeah, sure. Nothing is confirmed for sure yet. But if it's true, there's a whole bunch of stuff I have to do. I have to hire a lawyer and file for divorce, plus figure out how I'm going to sue for emotional distress from her affair. But none of that can happen until I talk to her face to face, and she hasn't come home since yesterday. She's not answering any of my calls or texts.
Trevor, listen to me. Suing her for an affair is pretty cowardly, don't you think? A real man would just let it go.
I couldn't possibly care less what a real man would do. I don't care what you or anyone thinks about what I'm doing.
Well, I'm praying for Julia's new life if she's going to have to start over. Don't you feel bad about forcing her out into the world?
Are you serious? You're taking her side? You're going to pray for her even though she's the one who put herself into the situation by cheating on me?
That hasn't been confirmed yet. You're jumping to conclusions. You cheated. Give me money. It's such a cowardly way to behave, don't you think?
I just literally told you that until I talk with her, I can't do anything.
There's no need for a divorce. You're being quite greedy and petty. Spend your time mending your marriage instead of thinking about how to get money from Julia.
Huh? She had an affair with someone at work and everyone knew about it but me.
It sounds like you're believing other people's rumors over your own wife.
She quit her job to have more time to cheat on me. If the wife of the man she's been cheating on me with didn't say anything, I still would have been clueless.
Sounds like you're taking that woman's side over Julia's. That's not right.
That woman? You clearly don't understand the situation.
I do understand, dear. That woman probably likes to make salacious claims about other people.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. If Julia or you make a big and stupid fuss over this divorce and me suing her, so be it. I can't let her walk all over me like this. She didn't start this after we got married, you know. She's been with this guy since before we even started dating. How could I possibly trust someone like that?
Maybe you just misunderstood something? You've never been the sharpest tool in the shed.
I wish that were the case.
That must be it. Don't put her through all of this. There's no need for a divorce, and especially not a lawsuit against her.
How long are you going to keep up this act?
Act? Trevor, what do you mean? Let's get back on track. I'm telling you, there must be some misunderstanding. She would never do something like that to you. You better not try and get any kind of compensation from this divorce.
Enough. My mom is sitting right next to me. Your mom, too.
Huh?
Drop the act right now. This isn't funny. I have no idea whose phone you're texting me from, but the jig is up. Both our moms are laughing at how stupid you are.
What? Hang on a second. Why are they with you right now?
I've been planning this for a while. I was waiting until you were out of the house. I didn't wake up early yesterday to go fishing. I went out to the country to pick up my mom, then go over to your mom's place. We've been waiting for you to come home ever since. Although we didn't expect it to take this long.
You lied to me? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But you lied to me in the first place. I guess it's payback. Lol.
OMG, what is happening? What was the point of going to see them?
They're witnesses to the conversation we're inevitably going to have. Also, they're here so you don't just run off for good. Also, they're here to make sure you talk with me about this. Also, they're here just in case you try to pull something stupid.
Wait, I thought you got into a fight with your mom.
That's irrelevant. Let's get back on track. You think I'm dumb enough to try for a divorce and to sue you without any evidence? Absolutely not. Maggie gave me everything I ever could have needed. Pictures, videos, and screenshots of text messages between you and Darnell. I had no idea there was even this much. I guess I'll say this now, but you better believe she's gonna come after you too. You lied to me and went behind my back for 7 whole years. I'm going to squeeze every penny I can out of you for what you did to me.
Stop for just 1 second!
A divorce is exactly what you want, isn't it? But you just don't want to face the repercussions of what you did and pay up.
Yeah, kinda. Because let's be honest here. You should be grateful a woman like me ever even looked in the direction of a guy like you. And despite that, you want money out of me? Do you have a mental problem?
I'm well within my legal right to move forward.
You really are a weak little man, huh? Now it all makes sense. I'll just talk to Darnell and have him demote you down to being a janitor.
What?
You know Darnell's next in line to become the CEO once the current one steps down. You want to try and sue me? Go ahead, stupid. We'll bury you in legal fees. Your new job scrubbing toilets won't possibly pay enough to keep this up. Or You could watch your mouth, call off trying to sue me, and continue on with your life like a good little boy. Don't you think that's a win-win for everyone?
You are pretty arrogant for someone who has literally no power.
I think you're the one who's powerless here. I'm the one who's gonna call the shots moving forward.
I guess you don't know about Darnell then.
Huh? What about him? OMG, I'm glad I cheated on you. You're so obnoxious and oblivious.
You're the one who's oblivious. Darnell only got to where he is because of his wife's father.
What?
Yep. Maggie's father is the one who's the real big shot. You think he's gonna keep someone around who cheated on his daughter for 7 whole years? I guess you're the one who doesn't know.
Ha! You're lying. Your head's all messed up from everything that's going on. I bet you have no idea what you're even saying.
I wonder what's gonna happen to him when he gets kicked out of the company. 2 old, unemployed cheaters, thrown out into the world. What's next for you 2 scumbags? Oh wait, I know. You're gonna pay me. Like, an insane amount. You might have a heart attack when you see how much.
Wait.
Don't wanna.
Stop. I'm serious. You believe Maggie over me? You really think I cheated on you?
What's the point of even trying to deny this? I mean, I gotta say, the best part of this whole thing was pretending to be my mom. A nice girl like her would never do anything like that. Man, that was super desperate. You must really not want to pay.
I never had an affair. I'm not gonna pay you for this imaginary affair you keep saying I had.
The world you live in is not based in reality.
I'm not gonna do it. There's no way I'm gonna be poor. I don't want to change my quality of life.
La la la, not listening, don't care.
If Darnell gets the boot from his job, all he'll be is a run-of-the-mill middle-aged man. He used to be such a stud.
I repeat, I don't care.
He's actually kind of fat now. Fat and poor is a pretty terrible combination. There's nothing good about him anymore. If anything, you're more attractive than he is now.
Ooh, I don't care. Oh, but hang on a sec. He's the fat one? Are you sure you're not talking about yourself?
Huh?
You said it yourself. Men change when women are around. Maybe he got fat because he saw you packing on the pounds. Haha! Fat and poor might be a bad combination, but fat and stupid is way worse. Did you honestly think I'd fall for you pretending to be my mother? Sorry, dummy. That was never gonna work. You, on the other hand, completely fell for my trap. Who's the airhead now? Ha! After that, Darnell and Julia got slapped with lawsuits from me and Maggie to pay us for their affairs. I obviously filed for divorce and fought against splitting our assets. Thank goodness neither I nor Maggie had any kids yet. The divorce was a long, bloody process that eventually had to go to court, but it was eventually finalized. In the end, the court recognized Julia's 7-year affair as more than enough reason for grounds to pay me for emotional distress. Man, you should have seen Julia in that courtroom when the judge handed her that verdict. She had to get dragged out by the bailiffs. I honestly wish I took a video and reposted it on social media. Anyway, guess who took Darnell's newly vacated spot at the company? This guy. I finished that project we were assigned to by myself. It was really tough, but I worked hard and got through it. From then on, I just kept working and getting promoted until I got to where I am now. As a reward to myself, I bought a really great fishing pole and go fishing as much as I can. Unfortunately, I'm not catching much these days. I guess I can't blame the fishing pole for that, though. Oh well, here's to hoping there are plenty of fish in the sea.